this is an instructional film for those personnel who are first on the scene. All too often, the public has assumed that our major role is one of enforcement, when in actuality, it is really one of concern and judgment.
We have a husband and wife disturbance at 2420 Ridge. No weapons involved.
The first thing I do on a family dispute is try to determine whether I'd ever been there before and where it's at, the location of the house. You try to handle each individual situation as it arises and keep a fresh, new approach to things, and for your own safety as well as others.
What do you call the police for?
Because I don't want you to hit me anymore. I'm sick of your drinking, coming home beating up on me all the time.
What are you talking about, beating you all the time?
Yes, you're always hitting me, and I'm getting sick and tired of it. That's why I call the cops. I'm ready to take it out of here.
What are you for?
Quit hitting me.
I'm going to hit you.
I'll take you away from here. Don't you dare.
I'm going to knock your ears
I said you stay away from me. You just get back to me. I've had it with your drinking. You beat me for the last time. I hope those cops take you away forever. Just you stay away from me.
We'll take care of our own problems. You don't have to call some outsider. What's the idea?
Officer! Officer, back here!
The first thing I do when I arrive at the scene is appraise the situation in the yard and the house, the people involved, for my own safety. Check the doorways, the yard, see if there's a dog in the yard, people standing in the doorway or looking through the window watching my approach to the house. In this case, the woman was present, visible to me, and she indicated the husband was right around the corner, so I approached her.
What do you want to call the cops for? This is a family affair.
I'm sick of you drinking. You beating up on me. Officer, he's been drinking and beating up on me.
Hold on a minute. Now, just hold on. What's going on? What's happening here?
This is a family problem.
Why don't you have a seat over there? Why don't you just stand right back there, back up a little bit, stay right there. Okay. Now, why don't you tell me what happened in the house?
Well, he came home from the bar and he'd been drinking and he'd been talking to these crazy friends down there and he wanted to take some of our savings, and when I wouldn't let him, he'd start beating up on me.
You're a liar!
And hell, I wouldn't let him have it.
Hold on,
And then he starts beating up on me, and I've got the bruises to show it,
You
too.
threw a lamp at me. What
I did not.
Okay. If you can get him out to where you can keep an eye on him, then you can start your interview. How much have you had to drink, sir?
Oh, a couple of them.
You didn't have 2 drinks. You had more than that. You're an alcoholic.
You're an alcoholic by yourself. You drink just as much as anybody else. What are you calling me an alcohol for?
Okay, calm down. The lady in this particular case was insistent that I take some kind of immediate action, which was impossible at the time due to the nature of the situation. There hadn't been a serious crime committed and couldn't arrest the man, and the other alternatives of 5150 of the Welfare and Institution Code didn't apply because he had an alcohol problem, not a mental problem. Whereas if I couldn't commit him to an alcoholic rehabilitation program without his consent or himself signing himself in type thing. Okay, I've talked to your husband. There's not really much we're going to be able to do about this thing, right now at least.
Well, what are we going to do? I can't stay here with him.
The way I've resolved this particular situation was to separate the 2 parties, which was about the only alternative open to us due to the circumstances. While leaving the area with the woman in the vehicle, I handed her a list of various county agencies that could help her and her husband with long-term counseling problems, and possibly his particular problem of the alcohol. Beyond that, we're pretty much so limited as to what we can do in this particular situation, and it's up to the people to help themselves. It's a self-help situation entirely.
We have a medical assist, possible drug overdose.
Carol. Come on in, Carol. Erin? Carol. How about a cup of coffee? No coffee, Carol. Oh, George and I have been fighting. I have a migraine. We were supposed to go to his mother's birthday party, and he called me a drunk. He called me a drunk, and I haven't had a drink. Have you been taking some of this medicine? The doctor gave me that for my headache. And I always take one of these when I go to his mother's. She makes me so uptight.
You've had some of both of these, huh? Okay, I'm gonna go get you some coffee, okay?
No.
Then I'll make a phone call. I'll be right back.
Let me sleep.
call with the county fire department? Do you have a problem?
Yeah, I wanted you to look at my friend over here.
What's her name?
Sharon.
Okay. I'm going to get some information to her.
Okay, what I'll need is her name, birthday, if you have that. And also, is there anybody in the immediate family here in the house?
Not that I know of.
Hey. How are you?
Who are you?
Oh, my name's Clark. I'm with the county fire department.
Okay, can I see that medication you have?
Sure, yeah.
Okay, Clark, looks like prescription Valium and Ephraim-3.
In this scene, our role as firefighter EMTs was twofold. As you saw, my partner went to the patient.
How many have you taken?
Couple.
Couple of which?
And I went to the informing party.
And if you could find her purse or something, I could get a driver's license, something like that, so I can get her date of birth and stuff.
Okay, sure.
My part of the scene was to gather information from the informing party. This is very important to the paramedics due to the fact that time is of the essence. The information that I gathered and passed on to the paramedic's assistant was vital to him for the information to the hospital. This is a very important part of our operation as EMTs at the scene, is to provide this information to paramedics on their arrival.
A 27-year-old female, possible prescription overdose here. We've been here about 6 to 8 minutes.
In the case of a prescription overdose patient, our job as a mobile intensive care paramedic is to supply adequate airway and, if necessary, advance life support to the patient.
Hi. How are you feeling today?
I want to sleep. Won't you let me sleep?
Sharon, your neighbor's a little worried about you. She believes you may have mixed a couple drugs that don't mix too well, okay?
My partner gathers information and vital signs and vital statistics of the patient.
Thank you. Could you just stand right over there?
This makes her about 26 years old there, Paul. Get some vital signs from you there. She's been taking Imprim with codeine compound and 5 milligram Valiums here. We also got some NyQuil stuff with alcohol in it. Okay, why don't you give me the vitals, Paul?
Okay, at this point, her vital signs 100/60 with a pulse of 60. Respirations are 12 and shallow. She's mildly diaphoretic. Her pupils are pinpoint.
Eisenhower Medical Center, Springs, Unit 24, we have a mobile run.
We're going to call the hospital, okay? We think you need a doctor. We're going to call the hospital, give you some medication here, and then we're going to take you to the hospital. Is that all right? Okay.
It's important that we, at the end, help get the patient out, which is our main goal.
Dave, let's get on the road. Let's do it en route. She's going downhill.
Okay. Let's chairlift her out of here. She pull her arms forward.
Ready?
Yep. The hell on her shoulders there.
What's the there with?
We will utilize the fire department's emergency medical technicians en route to the hospital to assist with any advanced life support that's necessary en route to the hospital. Perform the duties which paramedics ask you to do and work as a team. Our responsibility here is to deal with the emergency at hand, and to keep this situation from reoccurring again, this must be dealt with by other healthcare professionals.
We have 5150, female, nonviolent.
Oh, right there, please. We're fire department paramedics. Can you tell us what the problem is?
We've been waiting for you. This Shirley Williams has psyched out on us, and I've got a job. I've got to get out of here today. We need your help. Can you help us somehow or other get her out of here?
I'll go ahead and take her. Okay, my partner's going to be checking on her right now. There's a few questions I do have to ask you to help this thing along, okay? So what we're concerned about when we first get there is to find out exactly what we have. Now, in this situation, we had a double problem. We had the office manager who was, he had a job to do. We have to consider that fact, and he was wanting to get his job going. And on the other hand, we had the victim, Shirley Williams, who was not acting right.
Shirley, my name is Jim Wilkins. I'm a paramedic, and I'm here to help you. Shirley,
Can you hear?
my job is to move over and zero in on exactly what the problem is. What day of the week is it? Can you tell me what day of the week it is? Where are you?
My job in this situation was to keep the office manager away from the patient.
She spilled a damn jelly donut on the desk, and this gal freaks out.
Sure.
And Shirley did, yeah. And she hadn't spoken to anybody.
Excuse me, what do you mean by freaked out? What was her action?
She won't talk to us. All she does is rub her desk.
Excuse me, I want to talk to you.
Dale, we got a problem here, and we're going to have to get her in. Now, we're going to need the ESSA. Okay.
Possible 51.
Yeah, she's not cooperating at all. I can't talk to her. I can't get through to her. I can't touch her.
We can't go in, take her, put her on the gurney, and take her to a hospital. We can't do that. That's not lawful. So in a situation like this, we call for the sheriff's office.
We feel that you ought to be evaluated by professionals, okay? And there's going to be a gentleman coming here. It's going to be an officer from the Riverside County Sheriff's Department, and he's going to talk with you. And if he concurs, we're going to go ahead and ask you to come with us. You'll be riding with Dale and I in the ambulance, and we'll be taking you over to the county, and where you can be evaluated.
Okay, we're doing everything we can. The best thing you can do for us right now is... How you doing? Let us take us here. How you doing?
I'm glad you're here. We can finally get something done.
Maybe you can get your office going in order now, and we'll take care of it.
I hope so.
Thank you for your information, your cooperation.
Get her out of here as soon as she can.
We'll take care of it. What do you got? Looks like we have a possible 5150 on her. This is my partner, Jim, over here. He's been talking to her. How you doing, Jim?
Hi, Ken.
What do you got?
What we have is a approximately 33-year-old female. She's been exhibiting some really bizarre behavior. She's established herself a little sphere of influence around this desk, and every time I try to approach it or touch it, she reacts really bizarre, okay? She's not communicating in a rational manner. She's coming off with these off-the-wall statements, and, you know, I'm getting absolutely nothing out of her. And I think, why don't you go ahead and try to talk to her and see what you think.
See what we can do.
Okay.
Hi, Shirley? Shirley? I'm Deputy Redding with the Sheriff's Department. By talking with her, I found that she was very incoherent and was not responsive to my questions. You feel okay? Pardon me, I can't hear you. Can you speak up?
Okay, this is all we've been getting from her. I think she really needs some professional evaluation. That's my opinion.
I agree with you. If we can't communicate with her, we better just take her in.
Okay.
Why don't you and your partner go get the gurney, and I'll stand by with her here.
You don't need us here to...
No, I can watch her,
okay.
Sure.
Yeah, let's go get the gurney. Shirley? Shirley, I'd like you to come with me now, okay? We're going to take you on the gurney now.
Jim,
come on.
Let me talk to her.
Okay.
Shirley, would you come with me, please? Come on, we're going to help you, okay?
You really have to be flexible. For instance, the gal really pulled back, really resisted when I tried to get her to go back to the gurney with me, okay? Now, at that point, I tried an alternative situation and had the officer come in, and he successfully let her out.
Shirley, I want you to listen to me, okay? Once she was in the gurney, I advised her of her rights under 5157 of the Welfare Institution Code. I advised her that she was not under criminal arrest, and further that she was being taken before medical professionals to be evaluated. The reason I did this is because it's required by law that she be informed of her rights. Whether or not she understands them at the present time is not important.
We go ahead and take
Let's go.
Okay.
Thank you, gentlemen.
So we will.
All right, let's get back. We have to get this kid out of here.
Our basic job in a situation like this is to ensure that the patient is A, safe, B, is kept comfortable, and C, we don't provide any additional aggravation or stimulus that might provoke a violent or perhaps a more regressive action.
We have a 5150 violent situation.
Buddy, how we doing? What's going on?
That's pretty good, Nick. We're good.
Hey, what's your name, man? Nick, why don't you just kind of skip back right over here? We're going to find out we get some help. What's the matter, huh? Take it easy, okay? I'm not going to hurt you at all. What's your name? We're going to be here in just a little bit, all right? Okay, that's good. All right? We'll try to see if we can keep him calmed down here a little bit, all right? Looks like it's been a while waiting for the ground up. Yeah. We got that, dude. Yeah, well, we got the ETA on the SO. They should be here in a little bit. I don't see nobody else around to tell us anything about it. Yeah. No informant or nothing. Be cool. Take it easy. Don't worry about it. It's all right.
When we went 1097, we saw the victim, and he was kind of in a docile state at that time. We tried to approach him and tried to make some sort of verbal contact with him, and he became very violent at that time. He tried to attack us at that. And we decided at that time that we should probably wait until the SO got there, and then we could handle the situation as a team and work as a support function.
We've only been here just for a couple minutes, and so far we haven't been able to get anything out of him. Don't know where he's from or what's going on at all. Okay, let me talk to him in a couple minutes. Okay, you just want us to stand back? Yeah, just stand back. Okay. Hello, sir. What's your name? You live around here? Where are you from? Yeah, he's been doing that all the time. Okay, I think we ought to just wait until the backup arrives, and then we'll take some action. The person who is possibly under the influence of a hallucinogen, or just a person who is mentally ill himself, has superhuman strength. And this has to be taken into consideration whenever you have to come in and take the individual down. Your gurney out. We're going to have to restrain this gentleman. Okay. What we'll do, John, is I'll take the right side of him, you take the left side. I'll bring him off the fence. You guys in CDF, once we take him down, you control his legs, and we'll go from there. Okay.
Stray dog at 24283 Atwood, 24283.
Let's check and see if he has any weapons.
That gurney in nice and close, gentlemen. And we're going to bring him up. Got his legs controlled back there. Yeah, we do. Okay. Bring him up, lay him face down on the ground. Okay. Yes, that's it. Stretch him out. Okay, he's getting really good circulation. Doesn't look like he got hurt at all. He'll be all right. Sir, my name is Leroy Tipton. I'm a deputy with Riverside County Sheriff's Department. You are under no criminal arrest, but I am taking you for an examination by mental health personnel at General Hospital. You will be told your rights by the mental health staff at that hospital. The little card that I used to read him his rights off of was just that. It's a card expressing the rights as a mental patient, so that each one that you take in will have those rights read to him exactly the same.
Okay, he's ready to go.
Okay, load him up, Jim. I'll get your 72-hour hold.
All right.
Okay, so you want to check him over one more time. I'll get the form.
As a paramedic on a scene such as this, our main function is to gather information from the sheriff, to aid in subduing the patient, and to assure a safe transport to the hospital.
Jim, here's your 72 hours. You can go ahead and take him on down to County General now.
Okay, thanks a lot.
All right, thank you. Right, Jim.
As our film is depicted, there are no real answers to every situation. You must make your decisions based on your own judgment, your your past experience, and most of all, a real concern for the people involved. Because the next time, you might just be